There have been more than 260 popes over the past 2,000 years. The Pope is the Bishop of Rome who presides over the Roman Catholic Church. The exact number of men, with an often repeated falsehood that there was one woman, who have held the office is hard to determine because sometimes the office has been contested. During periods of schism within the Church, there were 2 or even 3 popes, one considered a legitimate successor and 1 or 2 who took office as anti-pope. This raises the question of who becomes pope and how he's chosen. In the early history of the Church, popes were often appointed by emperors, such as Constantine and Henry III. Some early popes, likely including St. Peter, who is usually considered the first pope, appointed their own successors. Both of these methods were often met with disapproval and contention, however. So, since the 11th century, a series of reforms have simplified the process. Pope Nicholas II decreed that only cardinal bishops, cardinal priests, and cardinal deacons should be involved in the decision. Then, in 1179, an ecumenical council named the cardinals as the sole electors. The cardinals formed the papal conclave, the body that gathers to elect a new pope. This did not resolve all the issues, however. After a 2-year deadlock on electing a new pope in 1268, the papal conclave was locked in by the magistrate, who then had the roof removed from the building in an attempt to hasten their decision-making process by exposing them to the elements. They eventually elected Gregory X. Over time, other reforms have occurred. Pope Pius X codified all the rules concerning the conclave into a constitution in 1904, for example. A pope is elected for life, so the first step in the election process is usually for the Cardinal Camerlengo to confirm the pope's death. This cardinal will then break the pope's fisherman's ring and seal, signifying the end of his reign. The papal conclave will convene in the Vatican Palace a few weeks later. Many of the details of their process remain guarded secrets, known only to the participants, who are usually sequestered during voting. Only cardinals and their service staff are allowed inside for the election, and the cardinals' access to news, telephones, and computers is restricted. The cardinals vote by secret ballot, once on the first day and 4 times on each additional day, until they reach a 2/3 majority. Their paper ballots are burned after each vote, and the smoke from the Sistine Chapel conveys to the outside world the results of each vote. If the smoke is black, no consensus has been reached. The election of a new pope is announced with white smoke. Wet and dry straw was originally used to achieve the different colors, but nowadays chemicals are used. After the cardinals have agreed, the nominee is asked to accept the office and choose his papal name. If the nominee agrees, the senior cardinal deacon makes a declaration on the balcony. He is followed soon after by the new pontiff himself, who officially dismisses the conclave after giving a blessing and an address.